Alright guys, today I'm going to do an oil change on my 2023 Mazda 3 Sedan with the 2.5 naturally aspirated. For the first thing I like to do, get my car in position where the driveway has a slightly downward angle from these ramps, so that's not touching it, and I'll be able to drive it right up, and then I pop the hood. Then we're going to get in, start it up. Service due soon. I have 35,000 miles. I'm doing the oil change every 5,000 miles. Put it in drive, and I go up the ramps so I feel it fall into the little indentations on the top. Smooth as I can. All right, there it goes. Let's get out and check. Okay. Well, there. Now I'm going to shut it off, put the parking brake on, and pop the hood. All right, I put a wheel chuck in. The parking brake is engaged. We're on the ramps. I got a drop cloth down to lay on, and this, I got a Phillips screwdriver. I got to take off the cover. All right, I got the cover off. Now I can access the oil filter and the drain plug. And it looks like it was leaking a little bit. Let me wipe that off, check it out. I'll be right back. And oil drain pan. I cleaned up the oil, the residual oil and dirt around the area. I'm going to spin this off and drain the oil. While the rest of the oil is draining, I have a new crush washer for the drain plug I gotta put on. All right, I got the old one off and the new one on, and maybe it won't leak this time. Still waiting, but while I'm under here, I like to take a look around, see if I see anything out of place, falling off. We're looking good. I got a glove ready. I'm going to try to turn off the oil filter in a minute here. All right, the oil is done coming out of the drain. So I'm going to put the drain plug back in. Okay. I'm going to tighten it in a second. I'm just going to slide this out of the way. All right, I got the drained oil out of the way. So now I can put my wrench on, give it a little snug. About 25 to 30 foot-pounds. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to get my glove on and see if I can turn that old filter off. All right, I got the glove on. I forgot I should have left the oil pan there. That's okay, I slid it back. Let's see if I can get this to turn off. Not yet. I'll be right back. I gotta get it started. All right, I was able to switch to my left hand, and I was able to get it in this position. Okay. I'm just gonna place it in there. All right, I'm gonna slide the oil out I'll be right back. All right, so I got the new oil filter ready. I usually like to put a little bit of oil on my finger and just put it on here. All right. And then gotta get it and put it right there. You don't want to cross thread anything. All right, just get it in there. All right, I'm gonna put my glove on, give it a little snug with that. All right, I put my glove on. Just gonna give it a snug. That should be good. Now I'm just gonna wipe off the rest of the area around. Okay, give that a little double check. Give that a little double check. Okay, did not move. Now I'm gonna put the cover back on. All right, I got the cover secured back on there. I'm just gonna get everything out of here and stand up. Okay, so I have the oil fill cap off. I've had it off when the oil was draining. Helps it drain quicker. Now I have my funnel. We're gonna use Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic 0W20 because that's what was on sale. The 23 Mazda 3 naturally aspirated 4.8 quarts. So this is 5 quarts. So we're gonna put almost all of it in and then check it out. Okay, it's barely a drop left. That should be close. Cap on. Clean up around it a little bit. I cleaned up around the drain fill too, by the way, before I took that cap off earlier. Just forgot to show you that. Okay, now there's oil in it. I can start it up, back it down off the ramps, and we'll check the oil. All right, here we go. We're gonna start it up. Reverse, back up to the wall. I'm just gonna let it run through the startup procedure. can see the RPMs falling. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down. Let's go check the oil. All right, let's check the oil. Take the dipstick out, clean it off, stick it back all the way in, pull it out, and we gotta say, hey, I see oil. We are good to go. Now I come back in, start it back up, turn the AC on because it's Florida, it's hot outside. And we're gonna get rid of this service due soon. You wanna come into the infotainment center? On these Mazdas, we got this rotary push button controls and stuff down here on the center console. It's pretty cool. Anyway, you want to come down to, I believe it's information, vehicle status monitor. See how it has the number 1 there? Vehicle service interval. This says have an inspected service by a dealer, but no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to maintenance details. No, we're going to go to vehicle maintenance settings. Reset oil change distance. There it is. Reset. Now it says the remaining distance until the next oil change has been reset. And I have it set for 5,000 miles. That's when I'm doing the oil change in my car. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching how to do the oil change in a 2023 Mazda 3 sedan. Naturally aspirated.